All right, Algebra 2, notice we're talking about 3.2 today, so we're just skipping ahead over that 3.1 stuff. It's all graphing, so we're looking for the intersection of two equations to find the solutions. With half of us online all the time, it's pretty difficult to graph. So we're just going to jump ahead to substitution and elimination, which work all of the time, so they're actually better than graphing anyway. So we'll do one in each kind because you've seen this before back in Algebra 1. So let's just review very quickly what substitution method looks like. So we're taking our system of equations and substitute. You're going to plug one thing in for another. I always look for a variable that's all by itself. If I'm going to use substitution, that's what I look for. So I circled that x there, it's all by itself. I'm going to rewrite that equation as x equals 4 minus 2y. So I'm going to solve for x. Because this system belongs together, this now gets substituted in for the other x. So equation 1 now looks like, instead of x, I'm going to have 4 minus 2y. Remember the parentheses so you distribute, otherwise it will be wrong every single time. So now instead of 3x, I have 3 times the quantity 4 minus 2y. Now it's an equation, just one variable. So we go ahead and we do the distributive property. 12 minus 6y plus 4y is negative 5. Combine your like terms. And I'm going to subtract this 12 at the same time. And I get y is 17 halves, or if you prefer, you can get a decimal there, but 17 halves looks like it'll work okay for me. Now I'm going to, this is only half the solution, right? We still need to know x. So I'm going to go back up here and say x plus 2 times that y value. Notice I'm using an original equation just in case I messed up somewhere. In solving, I want to use an original. So I'm going to have x plus 17 is equal to 4. And if I subtract 17 on both sides, I believe that's negative 13. So I have an answer, a solution of negative 13 17 halves. Okay, and your answers should always be written as ordered pairs with x first and y second, alphabetical order always. All right, so that's the substitution method. You kick one variable out and bring in its substitute. The other method we use algebraically is called the elimination method, or at least that's what I learned it as. Some books call it the linear combination or the addition method. Every textbook's different. I always call it elimination. So it's right there in the name. It says elimination. We're going to eliminate a variable. Sometimes it's nice and easy where they're just opposite signs, one of the variables, and we can combine them, get 0. This one's not so easy, but I do notice that I have a 2x and a 4x. And I think I could make that eliminate pretty easy if I just took this first equation and I multiplied by negative 2. Okay, so I'm going to indicate in my work that I'm multiplying by negative 2. And now my new equation is going to be negative 4x plus 8y equals negative 26. So everything in that first equation got multiplied by negative 2. Second equation I'm not doing anything with, because notice here I have a negative 4x and a positive 4x. So when I add those two together, they will cancel out or eliminate. Okay, so I have successfully eliminated x. That's a great idea. 8y plus a negative 5y should be 3y, and negative 26 plus 8 negative 18 if I did my math correctly. And then we solve. Divide by 3, divide by 3, y equals negative 6. So we're halfway to an answer. That's a great sign. We got a negative 6. We're going to plug back into an original equation, and you can pick either one, does not matter. So 2 times x minus 4 times negative 6 is equal to 13. Just do the math. And divide by 2. And I believe we get negative 11 halves. So our solution, always, of course, written as an ordered pair with x first, then y, or if they use different variables, alphabetical order. So negative 11 halves, negative 6. It is always a really good idea to check both solutions just to make sure they work by plugging back in. So we could easily do that. But yeah, check your work to make sure you have them right. There will be a part 2 video where some crazier things happen in substitution and elimination. This is just to get you